Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Infamous Debub, and today we are going to be VOD reviewing some Marvel Rivals gameplay. This is some gameplay that I got off of my stream, Infamous Debub, twitch.tv/Infamous Debub, with my boy Divine 2 Deadly. Also, twitch.tv/Divine 2 Deadly. This game, I started on the Rocket, but I ended up on Strange/Mag because we needed, not Mag, Strange/Emma because we needed a second tank. Yeah, and I just felt like I made a few plays here that, you know, changed the tide of the game a little bit. You know, getting picks on healers, you know, shit like that. Or even like, you know, just not dying. You know, a lot of this game I feel like right now is not dying. We just hit Diamond again for I think the first time this season. First or second time, I don't know, bro. Like Diamond is so fucking ridiculous to get and lose and get and lose. I don't know, bro. That's just my experience though. I don't know about y'all, bro, but that's my experience. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like on it. If you didn't, still leave a like on this video, boy. Infamous. Peace. Okay, so here we go. We are officially on the Young Strange. You know what I'm saying? Feeling kind of strange. So I rush in here. I do see that they are pushed up. I think they're way more. Where's my cursor? Anyways, I think they're way more pushed up than they actually are. I don't know why my cursor is doing this. They are way less push up than I thought they were. However, I'm getting desperate. I wanted to push in and, you know, hold the point, you know, try and stall for as long as possible. Here's the thing. They had 3 minutes, bro. I didn't notice that they had plenty of space and plenty of time. We lose this fight because of me. And at first, I thought it was because, you know, it was a 5v6. No, we lose this fight because I took way too much damage too early on. I commit to the wrong thing, and then we lose our healers in the back line. So let me break this down for you real quick. I'll turn around. I'm like, okay, I got 5 of my guys here. That should be good enough. I take a little bit of damage here. Okay, I didn't take, like, too much damage here. I think I take, like, probably 500 damage, like, total. But then you can see the Strange dips away here. I'm committing here, though. I see all this right here, and I'm like, okay, I can commit here. I can kind of shoulder past this guy, and I want to get into this back line here. And just doing whatever the fuck over here. But the Strange is sneaking off to my back line here. As you can see, right here, I get pushed back by Bucky, and it's just too late, man. It's just too late. Strange ults my back line. Bucky follows up with the ults, and yeah, that's just kind of it, man. That's kind of it. I have no healers to heal me, keep me up, and we lose this fight because I pushed out too soon. If I just waited for my tank, bro, we hold them here for probably another minute or two, and it just doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, though. All right, here we go. Coming right back out of spawn like a G, you know what I'm saying? And then here's a little positioning thing that I did, like, on purpose. I thought it was kind of, like, not cool, but, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was interesting. I thought it was an interesting play when I did it. But yeah, right here you can see I'm getting pushed the fuck back by this Strange. This Strange is pushing me back, and I'm giving him all the space that he needs, bro. Because I wanted to get in line of sight of my healers. The Angela took me out of the line of sight of my healers. I want to get back into the line of sight of my healers. So I got both my Invis and my Gambit push, you know what I'm saying, light me up. So I'm pushing up a little bit more. I do go around this. So hold on. So y'all know it mattered a little bit. Oh shit. So I go around this a little bit to kind of stay in line of sight of my healers for longer. So hold on, if I go back like a little bit right here, like right here. Okay, if I watch it from here, I guess. So right here, let's see. So I'm right here. I push up a little bit, back off, stay line of sight of my healers. I don't know where these guys are actually looking right now, actually. Because there's a Daredevil over there. But you know, they're still fighting him over here. Anyways, I try and stay in line of sight of my healers a little bit. It doesn't really matter here, but that was just something I thought was, you know, interesting to do in the moment. Okay, so right here, I'm not really looking for anything. I'm just kind of brawling, trying to take space, trying to get back onto the point here. I think we actually lose our Scarlet Witch. Yeah, we lose her right there. Pretty early on in the fight, which makes it a little tougher. Luckily, our Gambit does ult here, and we just kind of fucking commit. So yeah, that was kind of, you know, that's kind of cool, but, you know, we're just kind of, you know, going back and forth. I'm just trying to, you know, brawl, trying to, you know, feed my support ults, trying to get my support ults up. However, my, what's her name? Invis ults, you know, she does ult here. However, I don't know. I didn't notice it, and I don't know. I guess I didn't feel it in the moment, you know what I'm saying? here is a big oopsie of an ult. Okay, so I panicked. I got boot back, I think, and I panicked, and I just hit Q because I'm like, bro, fuck it. They got like this much space left, and you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just try and get some picks. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3. 3 people right here. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's lock this down. 1, 2 picks right here. Strange. Boom, coming in hot with the reverse sweep. This nigga's one shot, bro, and I had to turn around here. I had to turn around here, otherwise he stuns me too. And well, we get wiped here anyways, but you know, like nobody's alive to follow up, and we just get wiped here anyways, so it's all good. Right here is just, you know, where it ends. I end this game, or I end this round 1-4, 0 final hits, and 2,800 damage. So not doing too much, not doing too hot. Not doing too hot. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the next half here. Okay, so here we go. Half number 2, or quarter number 2, because this is a 4-parter. Icon that I want to push out onto this left side because yeah, I just like the left side more. It gives you more cover, and it feels like you just get more space for free. I see the Daredevil here. I want to grab him, but I don't get it. I do see the Penny while I'm out there, though. I want to focus the Penny. Penny needs to die before she gets her hive set up again. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I do catch the Invis. Invis takes priority over the Penny for a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and hop back on the Penny's ass, bro. This Penny's going down. I grab her. Boom. She's dead as hell. Moving on, moving on, moving on. You know what I'm saying? Just putting on a clinic. Just putting on a little clinic. You know what I'm saying? All right, and here we go. Now, notice this. This is very strange to me because 1, 2, 4, 6, right? 2, 4, 6. Where's my team at? Hold on. Let me see. Let me free cam this shit. We are way more split up than they are, bro. We are way more split up than they are. However, I do kind of want to see this from their perspective. Like, what was going on back here? Like, why were they so, like, scared to push up? Because if you look at it right here, like, they don't push up at all. They do not push up at all here, bro. They give us all this space for free. And, like, man, I be saying sometimes, bro, they're just going to let you walk sometimes, man. They're just going to let you walk sometimes, man. Right here, I did hear the Spider-Man behind me, I think, and then he manages to get out by the time I hit shift, but, you know, it is what it is, man. I end up grabbing the Strange here, bink, and tossing him into my team. However, he does live here somehow because nobody is looking at him. Their Invis ults to keep the Strange alive. However, I ult to try and pull them out of the ult, and, you know, everybody's just kind of pushing Q right now. We managed to clean them up a little bit here. And I get the pick there, and we managed to, he just fucking ults, you know, I don't know, I had an ult just like that, you know, I can't really make too much fun of him, you know, but, because I just had an ult like that on Strange, you know, so, it's all G, it's all G. Sometimes you get an ult after the team dies, you know, just to say, yeah, I ulted, you know, I did everything I could there. All right, so here, I kind of want to play it slow, so I start backing off a little bit. However, the cart is pushing me forward, so I guess we go forward. I hear the Spider-Man again behind me, but by the time I shift again, he's dead. You know, he's out of there. But we do end up losing this fight because we lost our Invis, so, and then our Gambit just couldn't keep everybody up, you know, and that's not even on him, bro. That's not even on him. So we end up losing this fight because we just couldn't, you know, keep everybody up on Gambit there. Oh shit, they're chasing his ass down too. Okay, so here we go. Right here, you can see how far ahead my team is right here, bro. I did not like this one bit, bro. I was sitting here hoping that my Punisher wouldn't get fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why are these two so far ahead? Like, obviously, you know, you got the tank in front of them, but, like, that was not it. Like, you know, 2 seconds ago, bro. Like, look at this. My tank is down here in the corner, you know, like, just pushing up slow. And then, you know, you got these guys right here. I don't know. That's something I was just worried about pulling up, but you know that they didn't die, so you know they did their job. Right here, I did want to focus the Strange off the rip because I wanted to get that shield out of there. However, I did see the Bucky queue up his you know what I'm saying, his hook. You know, I just wanted to back off a little bit. I still had the angle on this, so yeah, that was why I backed off a little bit there. I mean, you know, just basic shit. Right here, though. Oh, shit. That dude are dead as fuck, bro. God damn. Anyways. So Bucky, ults right here, obliterates my Star-Lord. I have no idea how the fuck he dies there. But yeah, we go ahead and he sees I'm in diamond form and I haven't dashed yet, so he knows as soon as he touches down, I'm grabbing that ass. You know what I'm saying? So he ends up backing off using his ult for traversal reasons again. And yeah, so right here, I'm freaking the fuck. Oh my god, excuse me. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, cross shot. Okay, there we go. I end up fucking backing off right here because I didn't realize our Sue had ulted as well. I think they both ulted at the same time, but they kind of overlapped and they kind of didn't overlap. Actually, I'm here now. I can fucking see. Like right here, I was so confused. Okay, here we go. 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 Free cam right here. Right here. Okay, so the ults overlapped perfectly. However, hers went down first. And where am I? I'm right here. So hers goes down here. I'm still thinking that we're good. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we're good, bro. Then I'm like, damn, well, I'm getting fucking shredded. So then I back off a little bit to get my heals, you know what I'm saying? We lose my boy Pun, but, you know, we end up cleaning this up anyways. I end up focusing Bucky because, you know, he's just in front of me. I spin around, you know what I'm saying? Grab this guy, give him a quick 1-2 bap, you know what I'm saying? Then clean up the invis, and then we clean up the Emma here. And now we're just waiting. Now we play the waiting game, you know? Now we're just waiting for them to pull up. Please. Oh, shit. Right here, me and Simpson, we fucking heard the DD. You know what I'm saying? And if I had my shift right here, bro, he'd have been cooked. But unfortunately, he does get away here. He does get away here. Right here, I can't even lie, bro. This Strange's ults were fucking crazy, dude. Right here, I can't even lie. His ults were crazy, bro. Unfortunately, you know, his team never followed up with them. But, you know, he knew how to set up a fucking play. I'm not going to lie. But right here, I see a pretty fat ult in the tunnel here. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And the fucking, what? Why? Hold on. This was hilarious to me when it happened, bro. Because why the fuck, after all of this, decide to just turn around and leave? Like, where do you think you're getting to, bro? I'm looking at the camera, by the way. Where does he think he's going, bro? Like, he's going nowhere, bro. God damn. He's got to walk the fuck down. Okay, so here we go. Hopping into this next fight here. I am just kind of, you know, standing on the point, you know, being a payload princess, so to speak. And, you know, Strange ports for some reason, even though his entire team just walked past him. He just ports from over there to here with 3 minutes left on the clock. I don't know what that port was, man, but, you know, shout out to him for, you know, using all the ports and shit. You know, making use of his ports. Did he go back into his fucking... He did. He went back into his fucking portal. That's so funny. He didn't heal, though. Why wouldn't he go back to his fucking spawn to heal? Whatever, bro. Anyways, we fucking lose this fight, partly because of me and partly because of Star-Lord. So, basically, Star-Lord dies pretty early on in the fight. I, of course, you know, being oblivious as fuck, don't fucking notice. And I'm like, all right, let's go. We can just fucking... but my problem is, I'm brawling. I'm just brawling with whatever I can find. And there goes Deadly. Deadly goes down. And I just don't find a target. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't find a target here. We do not take anything out. I'm just kind of doing damage here. So I end up getting walked down. My team, my healers back off, you know, rightfully so. We do not need them getting picked right now. We are pushing back the fuck up. And they are, right here, I think is where I know Bucky's looking for ult. Yep. I want to see where he goes. He was right here. I don't know who he was ulting. He might have been ulting to get away again. But yeah, right here, and you can tell, like, bro, with this Strange right here on my left, hold on, do I let him pass? No, I don't let him pass. He just doesn't pass. Anyways, we actually just, you know, I'm keeping an eye on my back line. I'm trying to make sure everybody's, you know, good, doing well back there. Hold on, let me check on him, you know, and hold on, make sure. Oh, they got a DD back there, bro. They were taking care of the DD. Damn, good shits. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, right here, I get fucking mogged. I get absolutely destroyed. Me and fucking Pun, yeah, fucking body there. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that was pretty much it. We push up hard, and we get bodied hard. At this point, I'm getting a little nervous because we have about a minute left on the point, or on the clock, and we still have to push the point. So we have to jump in here. We managed to get an early pick on Bucky, which is huge, actually, because Bucky's just fucking annoying as fuck. And then I almost get the double on Strange here, but, you know, Sue, you know, ults to keep her fucking, you know what I'm saying, her Strange alive. I respect it, man. We get wiped here again, unfortunately, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, so now that we got our shit pushed back twice, I believe, we are going to push up, and we are, spoiler alert, we are going to hit this payload within the next 17 seconds, man. And we are going to take it over, and I'm going to get a couple picks here. So, yeah, here we go, and I'm just kind of brawling here, you know, just trying to get damage up. I snap my neck back here to try and find this fucking Strange, and oh my god, the fucking, I don't know, Mag's ult has got to be one of the most bipolar ults in the game, bro. And then we got, you know, Strange here, just staying alive somehow. I have no fucking clue how he was alive for so long. We're just kind of pushing up here, man. Not really much to talk about here. I should have saved my E there. Well, saved my E. But, you know, I shouldn't have used my E there. It was already, you know, it was already bubbled. All right, and then, you know, team, this was just, you know, I'll get my props. I'll get the props when they're due, man. You know what I'm saying? My team was just cleaning them up. Daredevil, you know, just dives the back line for some reason, you know, and we just kind of walk it to the thing for free, bro. All right, now it's time to get into the OT. All right, so off the rip, we have 1 minute. I'm not playing no games, bro. I want to win this game, okay? We have 1 minute on the clock. I say, yo, I'm porting. We hop on the port, and then this is actually the perfect port as well for the DPS that I have, because now I have my squids up top. I have my Namor, you know, shooting down. Hold on, let me see if they utilize this the way that I wanted them to. Because we should be playing pretty slow. Yup, this is exactly what I wanted. And I know right here, just the two of us on point, we cannot fucking die. We cannot die. We have to just stay alive on the point and just, you know, create that space. Right here, I believe, is where they start to drop down. Oh, shit. Okay, anyways, like I was saying, bro, right here, I knew we could not fucking die. And I just wanted to make sure I stayed alive and make sure that, you know, my team was getting the value and, you know, building up their ults as well. I could have chased that. But I knew there were two people back there. I didn't know Daredevil was back there, but I did know at least Cloak was back there. So I knew I wasn't going to win that fight. So I decided, you know, to back off a little bit, but then I chased him into a spawn. So what was the point, you know? Anyways, that was why I didn't peek the, that was why I didn't chase the, what's the name down? The Phoenix down. Pushing on, oh shit, that Ange. Okay, I kind of want to see what happens to this Angela, bro. This Angela, I heard it, I didn't see it. I heard it, I didn't see it. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Oh shit, she is not looking good. Damn, she's got fucking like a ping pong bro. Anyways, we are officially in overtime. I'm like, okay, we could probably get it maybe a little bit further, you know. We still have the full overtime bar. I'm like, okay, we could probably get it to the next point, you know, maybe. However, we do a little bit better than that. So I'm just kind of, you know, like I said, like I just be brawling, you know what I'm saying, trying to get my space up, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sure my team's eating, you know what I'm saying, like. But yeah, we're just pushing up, you know, making sure that the payload, I try and stay close to the payload, so, you know, we always have somebody on it, but it's really tough to do that and try and create space. Right here, I did hear the fucking Strange behind me, so I was like, yo, hold up, man, let me turn around real quick. And right here, I'm not gonna lie, my fucking Punisher just goes ham. You know what I'm saying? He just goes crazy, kills everything real quick. And before anybody says anything about some bullshit like, oh man, you only won this because your Punisher went crazy. Yes, my Punisher went crazy. He's got 42 kills right now. However, this guy dropped 13 kills the last game in I think a 3-round game. He dropped 13 kills against me and then dropped 40 something with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, bro. Tanking, it's a thankless job. It is a thankless job. However, you know what I'm saying? It sets up the plays, bro. We be setting up the plays. We the play makers. And then, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are the play takers. You feel me? I'm just saying. Here, they are just kind of letting us walk. It seems like, you know, like I said, bro, this team just let us walk. the whole time, bro. Like, they did not want the schmizzle. But yeah, right here, I'm just kind of, you know, posted up, brawling and shit, trying to keep, you know, keep the space that we got. I was about to ult here, but then I realized, hey, duh, she just ulted. Invis just ulted, buddy. How about you use your brain for a second, dude? But yeah, I think I go for my ult in about 4 seconds, and I just whiff everything. Yep, I just fucking whiff everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a rough one. That was not my best one. Not my best one. But, you know, it is what it is, bro. Anyways, moving on. We are just kind of missing shots here. I'm not gonna lie. We're just not really, you know, looking for anything in particular. Anyways, we are both up. Well, actually, they are in, it looks like a 2v6. And just staggered as fuck. And I believe right here, my Punisher is just kind of doing his thing. Yeah, my Punisher's ults and, you know, kills everything with his kill everything ability. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this round. Somehow, some way. Oh yeah, and the mag comes out, stalls for a second, and then, you know, bink, that is hell. Damn. All right, and now they got 3 minutes 29 seconds. 3 minutes 29 seconds. Let's see what they do with it, man. So right here, I knew off the rip. These guys were going to port because I ported last round. So I'm like, yo, all right, they're going to port. Don't push too far up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like calming, letting everybody know that, hey, he's about to use his portal. Boom. He ports. You know, he ports behind us. You know, guess where? Hey, man, this is my original port, by the way. This is my original port. I'm just saying. But yeah, right here, I can note, I calm that they're taking their time. I'm like, okay, they're taking their time here. We got to take our time here too. So I'm like, okay, bet I cannot die here. So I just up my shield and I'm like, okay, let me just not die. Just stay alive. Right here, they're just cranking out damage. I do believe we win the first couple, I think. I want to say we win the first few fights. Oh, shit, and they are triple support, by the way. They have a Cloak, Mantis, and an Invis, which is kind of crazy. Low-key. But, yeah, here we go, and done. That Cloak is dead as hell. And that is it for the first fight. That is it for the first fight of the round 4. Let's hop into the next one, man. Okay, right here, they have a minute 37 seconds left, bro. A minute 37 seconds left. And everybody's pushing Q, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those times. It's that time. This is that time of game. My boy Deadly hits an insane fucking ult on both supports. I knock out that guy, you know what I'm saying? I knock out that guy, you know what I'm saying? And then my boy Plant, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting in that work, you feel me? And then I got, you know, my fucking, you can see my Namor. I thought he was going to die, bro. I was like, bro, I'm fucking Namor dying for no reason. No, he survived. He survived, and you know, he killed him. He got the kill. I'm like, okay. But, yeah, man, here, I know that, I'm pretty much sure that, you know, we won that one. I'm just trolling here. There was no strategic. I know that somebody was like, oh, shit, why'd you do that? No, there's no strategic reasoning for that. Right here, they are pushing up very, very hard. I can feel they're getting desperate. I'm, like, trying to stay, like, in line of sight of my healers. You know what I'm saying? But what can you do when he lets the devil out, you know? I go for this cloak. I think she gets the shield up. Yep, and I get yoinked. And we get the cloak, though. We do get the cloak. However, we still lose this because I believe, yeah, they just jumped our Sue. And my Gambit is a KD player, you know what I'm saying? So right here is where they actually end up taking the points. But, you know, I'll skip ahead a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to the end of the game. You feel me? You feel me? Come on now. Okay, so this is about where they tried to hold us before. I said, I'm not making the same fucking mistake y'all did, bro. I'm pushing up, okay? We are going to push up. I do see the Spider-Man right there. I'm not really worried about him right now. I'm trying to get to the back line here. I'm trying to just, you know, hold the line. I'm just trying to hold the line. I'm trying to hold the fucking, what's it called here? The points. However, I did want to get to my back line here just to make sure everything was all right back there. You know, I just kind of, you know, get my heels and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to get the fuck out of where I was. So that was just good repositioning. But right here, you can see yeah, I just jumped back in to, you know, help my boys, and we cleaned that up. And then I counted Kill the Strange last because I didn't want them to port back onto points. So that is going to be it for today's VOD review video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on it. If you did, still leave a like on it. Speaking of, everybody stay up, please.